Hi everyone, it's Chloe, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I furnished my modern house from my tutorial from last video. If you want to go and see how I built the house step by step, then there'll be a card up above where you can go and check that out. But please do stick around and see how I furnished the house as well. Now I tried to keep this house base game, and this is quite a challenge for me. I don't usually do a lot of base game builds, but I have been trying to challenge myself with that recently. So let's jump in and have a look at how I furnished this house. So we start off in the kitchen. I just put this plain white one down to begin with, just so I could figure out what kind of shape I wanted. I did go for green to start with, but I do change that later on, which you'll see. I think those base game counters though are actually really underrated. I haven't used them a lot, to be honest, but if you're forced to use just base game, like, those counters have a lot of swatches. So very, very good counters. I like them a lot. And then I really struggled for sofas for this. See, this is the thing, I'm really not a base game builder. It was a real struggle for me to use some of the furniture in this build, but actually using those sofas, I don't actually hate them. I actually think they're quite good sofas now that I've used them. They're not the comfiest looking of sofas, but you know, they're fine. They look absolutely fine. I was thinking of a fireplace, but then I think I have a real problem with TVs being too high up on the wall. So I think I just thought, no, it's too high up. I'm gonna get rid of the fireplace. And then I'm pretty sure I put down this little console table that we got with the base game update. I just think it's really nice. That's got a lot of good swatches as well. My only struggle with this, what I would say, is paintings and wall decorations. The base game really doesn't come with a lot of great pictures. This is like my favorite base game picture, that one I put on the wall above the bookshelf there. But apart from that, there's really not a lot of option. So I start off the bedroom very, very basic, like basic grey bed. I'm pretty sure I put some very basic side tables down as well. Yeah, I think I do stick with those ones actually though. These are another one from the base game that are quite underrated. They do come with a lot of swatches. Also, they have a matching dresser, which is great. And I did want to use that wardrobe from the base game update we got recently, but I think I do go back and get rid of that one. Those blinds really irritate me because they don't quite sit on the window properly, and you'll see if you can get a quick glimpse of it in a moment, you can see it's just slightly under the window, which really bothered me, but I decided to let it go, to move on. I was not going to stress myself out over it any longer. And then I really wanted this bathroom to be quite a nicely furnished bathroom with everything. I wanted a shower, I wanted a tub, a toilet. Sometimes with smaller builds you tend to have to either decide between a tub or a shower, or try and get like a combination one. But I wanted this to be a very well furnished bathroom. So you do see I do manage to squeeze everything in. We used that little nook, like I said in the build video. It looked weird, but actually it was very functional. I kind of imagine a couple living in this house. So I do put a double sink in, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I put a double sink in, and then I managed to squeeze that shower in the corner. Yeah. And then I think I went a bit overboard with the outdoor lighting near the pool at first. I put like loads and loads of lights, but I think I do go back and get rid of some, so don't worry. Fun fact, I actually built this house probably around 3 times, because basically I think I'm cursed when it comes to recording sometimes. Things just kept going wrong. Either my recording wasn't right or the build wasn't right. So if some things look a little bit different to the build video from last time, it's probably because this is not actually the same version of the house that I built. It took a few tries. It took a few tries to get it right, for sure. And then I really didn't want to use these pictures above the bed, but it's the base game. We don't have a lot of options when it comes to pictures on the wall, so it had to happen. I love putting those pots and pans above a kitchen island as well. I think it just gives a nice bit of detail. I was considering putting a fan as well, because it is Oasis Springs. It is quite a hot, deserty area, but I just thought they got in the way a little bit. I would have preferred to put a nice like feature light or something above the dining table. Yeah, so I go for this one. The only downside though to these lights is that they don't actually give off a lot of light. So what I do later on, you might see I go back and actually put these little spotlights and layer them on top of the ceiling lights. I literally just put it in the same place the other lights were. I wouldn't have been able to do that though without the bb.move objects on cheat, and honestly I probably wouldn't have been able to do a lot of things in this build without the bb.move objects cheat. I go into a little bit more detail about that cheat in my build video as well. So I wasn't really sure what to fill this space with in the kitchen. It felt a bit empty. I think I put a table and a couple of chairs down here. But thinking about it, looking back now, I kind of wish that I had put maybe a cabinet of some sort, you know, like with plates and bowls and stuff. I always do this whenever I look back at my builds. There's always something I'm like, oh, I wish I could have done this or done that a bit differently in some sort of way. Again, I'm using the bb.moveobjects cheat to put this plant here because I'm kind of trying to squeeze it into the corner a little bit. There I go, getting rid of those lights. Way too many lights, way too many. Oh yes, and I even managed to put a little computer in the bedroom as well, just because I realised I don't actually have a space for an office. So I thought I'd try and get away with squeezing the desk and computer in the bedroom. There are actually a few quite expensive items in this build, I realise now watching it back. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost me. I'll have to have a look once I've finished and once I upload it onto the gallery. I'm hoping it's not too expensive because I would like people to be able to download it and use it as like sort of a starter home. It'll probably be too expensive for a starter home, but we'll see. Oh, I love these paintings on the floor. I just think they're great. I just really like them. And I did want to add some more greenery to the back garden, so I put some more bushes and things just around the side, just because it felt a little bit empty. And I think I created a flower bed as well for those. Yeah, there I go. Honestly, like, I probably couldn't do this without the bb.moveobjects cheat either. Oh yeah, I changed the colours of the sofas. You know what, like, those are another thing actually that came with the base game that have like a surprisingly good amount of swatches. I just don't pay attention to them, but I really should. They're good, they're good. I'm pretty sure I delete those windows as well. Yeah, there I go. Deleted the windows just because I couldn't see the nice tile on the back. But this house has plenty of windows anyway, so it wasn't really going to be a problem. See, I think that's quite an expensive fridge. Oh, that is quite an expensive fridge, I think. So, apologies for that. Now, I really love a feature wall, so I really wanted to do something like that on the wall here in the living room. But some of the base game wallpapers are just not it. Like, I tried this one. I thought it would be okay, but no, I couldn't do that to myself, so I went for something different. I'm trying a few ones like wood and things. I think in the end, I do go for a wood. That one, but in black. Yeah, that one. And then I just changed the TV to white just to make it stand out a little bit more. And this is when we start getting a bit more personality in the bedroom. So I'm trying to decide a feature wall for the bedroom as well. And then trying to find out what kind of colour scheme I want to go for here. Because at the moment it's very basic. I went for this nice like duck egg blue colour. And then I put that on the wall with the computer on it as well. And just changed the rug and things to match. And then for the floor, so I kind of try a few different tiles to begin with, but I think I end up just going with this plain white. And then I do my little Control F trick, which again, I go into more detail about the Control F trick with the flooring in my build video. And here I go, I'm actually changing the colour of the kitchen now, so I do change it to black. So very black and white. And then I wanted to have still a little bit of colour in there, so I did change the tile to that kind of duck egg blue, greeny colour. I love these subway tiles, like they're the best base game tiles, I think, pretty sure. And even when I've downloaded custom content tiles, they're great, obviously, but still, like these are just such a good tile, like standard basic subway tile, I think they're great. I put a mirror here just for something else. I felt like there was something missing on that wall. Again, with the little picture frames that come with the base game, we don't have enough of those, just like simple, basic, generic photos, you know? You have the ones that you can actually take in-game, but for decorating, I'd like a few more of them, please. EA, if you're listening, I'd like some more. And I think we're basically coming to an end now. I think the last thing I do is put some lighting on the outside of the house, in the front of the house, where this little flower bed is here, yeah. So that is the build, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching. I certainly enjoyed furnishing. And that's how it looks at night. I had to check, because you never know with the lights on the outside as well. Oh, nearly forgot a trash can, can't forget that. Okay, I think that's us pretty much done. So yes, that was how I furnished that house. Now, like I said earlier, if you want to see how I actually built the structure of the house, I do have a step-by-step tutorial in my last video, so there should be a card up here somewhere, or you can just, the link will be in the description down below as well. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe and press the bell icon so you get notified every time I post a new video. Also, if you'd like to see more of me, I do stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday, so please do feel free to come over. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!